Picture this. You're sitting on the edge of your bed, phone in hand, staring at a message you shouldn't have sent. You poured your heart out, told her how much she meant to you, how lost you felt when she pulled away. You thought honesty would bring you closer, but instead, silence. Show a cold, empty silence. You were told that expressing your emotions made you strong, that being vulnerable would make her love you more. But what they didn't tell you is that the world doesn't reward raw emotion. It studies it, manipulates it, and she reads it like data. Every tear, every over-explained message, every impulsive confession, it all reveals something. It reveals where she holds power and where you've lost it. My friend, the betrayal isn't from her. It's from the illusion they sold you that emotional expression equals connection. In truth, uncontrolled emotion equals exposure, and exposure in the wrong hands equals weakness. You were taught to open your heart, but no one warned you that vulnerability without strength is self-destruction. Every woman, whether she admits it or not, is biologically tuned to detect one thing above all: stability. Not charm, not looks, not even wealth. Stability. Thousands of years ago, her survival depended on it. A man who panicked under threat got himself and everyone around him killed. A man who stayed calm kept the tribe alive. Her brain, even now, is still wired to sense emotional turbulence like an alarm system. When you lose control, raise your voice, overreact, or spiral, her primal brain registers danger. Your chaos triggers her fear. This is not social conditioning. This is neurology. Her amygdala, the part of her brain that processes fear, fires faster when a man's emotions become unpredictable. Your loss of composure activates her survival instinct. That's why emotional control isn't coldness. It's safety. It's leadership at the biological level, because in her deepest wiring, a calm man equals survival. A reactive man equals threat. When you remain calm under emotional fire, you're not just stoic. You're speaking to her nervous system in the oldest language known to nature: dominance. Emotional control is not suppression. It's containment, like a dam that channels a river instead of letting it flood the valley. When you contain emotion, you don't disconnect from it, you direct it. Psychologically, a man's nervous system regulates a woman's. When you stay composed, her chaotic emotions find stability in yours. But when you crumble, polarity collapses. She becomes the masculine energy, logical, guarded, distant. You become the emotional one, pleading, explaining, overfeeling. That's the moment attraction dies. Neuroscience shows that the prefrontal cortex, your logic center, shuts down when dopamine and cortisol surge. That's what happens during emotional outbursts. Your reasoning disappears. You act out of fear, and fear is never attractive. So emotional control isn't about pretending not to feel. It's about mastering your response, because he who controls his response controls the frame, and he who controls the frame controls the outcome. Think back to moments when you lost control. You sent 3 messages when she ignored 1. You explained your intentions, again, hoping she'd finally understand. You raised your voice because you felt invisible, and afterward, she looked distant, cold, unmoved. That's not coincidence, that's instinct. To her, your emotional volatility feels like instability. You stop being the grounded presence, you become another storm. And here's the paradox. The more you chase connection, the more disconnected she feels. Because connection, in the feminine mind, doesn't come from your feelings. It comes from your composure. You don't earn respect by exposing every wound. You earn it by showing you can bleed and still walk forward. That's emotional control, not repression, not apathy, but command. Now, let's talk about the bigger game, because what I'm about to tell you is not just psychological, it's strategic. Society wants men emotionally weak. Think about it. An emotional man buys more, apologizes more, and obeys more. He's easier to guilt, easier to manipulate, easier to break. So they sell you softness and call it enlightenment. They tell you to cry more, share more, embrace your emotions. But when you do, you're punished for it. Modern culture glorifies emotional exposure, but rewards emotional control. Why? Because an emotionally stable man cannot be ruled by fear, guilt, or desire. And a man who can't be ruled can't be sold. They don't want alpha men. They want emotional consumers. Because a calm man, a truly calm man, threatens every system that profits from chaos. So you keep giving, explaining, crying. You show her every scar, hoping she'll understand. And for a moment, she does. Then she pulls away. You try harder. You become softer. You lower your guard. And one day, you wake up empty. That's when it hits you. No amount of emotional openness will ever make someone love you more. Because love without respect is dependency. And that's when you collapse. Not physically, but spiritually. It's the death of the nice guy. The quiet funeral of the man who believed that emotion alone could save him. And in that death, a harder truth is born. Most men will never master emotional control because it demands solitude, silence, and brutal self-awareness. It means confronting your fears without distraction. It means not reacting when your ego screams for validation. It means walking away from the argument, the text, the bait, and sitting with the storm inside you. She doesn't truly want a man who never feels. She wants a man who feels everything, yet remains unmoved by chaos. Because emotional control is not numbness. It's strength refined into peace. peace. That's why the world calls stoic men cold, because they can't manipulate calm. Brother, you don't need to become heartless. You just need to become untouchable. Here's how you reclaim your center. Step 1, awareness. Catch the moment you react. Name it. Don't fight it. See it as data, not emotion. Step 2, discipline. Breathe. Count to 10. Delay your reaction by even 5 seconds. That's where control begins. Step 3, detachment. Don't chase validation. Learn to observe emotional waves instead of drowning in them. Step 4, purpose. Anchor your identity and mission, not approval. Your emotions serve you when they orbit your purpose. Step 5, presence. Be here, in your body, in your breath, because calm is the ultimate display of power. Brother, emotional control doesn't make you less human. It makes you whole, because the man who masters his emotions can no longer be manipulated by them. He becomes unshakable, unbothered, untouchable.